Tuesday morning, February 6th, 6:30 is our time, and we have a lot to get to still here this morning. Will Wall Street recover when it opens here in 2 hours? A lot of people with money in the market are pretty nervous.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute here, but first let's talk to Cheetah Craft about this fog out there.
It is an issue. That dense fog advisory continues until 10, and you can see widespread. So if you head out the door this morning, you are going to run into that fog in pretty much every neighborhood across the board. We're also dealing with scattered showers, so it's going to be a slower commute in this morning. You want to allow just a little extra space if you can. The heaviest rain that we've seen this morning was south of I-10, pretty much along 45, now pushing east of Chambers County and even into portions of Liberty County. North inside the loop, we were seeing rain across the area, already picking up a few tenths of an inch across the area, and this is only the beginning. Scattered showers expected even this afternoon. Darby.
All right, thank you, Cheetah. Well, still seeing heavy traffic as you come in, trying to get into the Fairfield area on Highway 290 approaching the Grant Parkway. Might be something right there by that outlet mall, so be careful. Baytown East Freeway outbound, Normandy still working an accident backing you up to about Federal, and past that you're slow as you approach the San Jacinto River, so be ready for that. Then on 610, the East Loop southbound right over the ship channel. Turns out to be a disabled vehicle taking up the left lane. You can see it right here behind that 18-wheeler. I can tell you this right now, traffic is backed up all the way to I-10, so give yourself a good 15 minutes to make your way through the backup.
Okay, Darby, thank you. A lot of eyes on the stock market this morning. Yesterday, we know the Dow suffered its biggest point drop on a single day ever. You can tell us how you're feeling about that in our live poll this morning. And while you do, let's go live to Diane King Hall at the New York Stock Exchange. Diane, good morning. We're hoping for a better day today.
Good morning, Lisa. Well, I would say traders may be hoping for that as well, but for some, this can be a buying opportunity for the experts. Their mood is basically brace yourself, but don't panic. And it's been a roller coaster ride. Today may bring even more turbulence with stock futures all over the place this morning. A deeply down day on Wall Street led to much of the same on the other side of the globe. Asian markets continued the downward slide this morning. Australia also felt the sting of what many analysts are calling a looming correction.
The stock market has gone too far too fast. It's just appropriate to hit the reset button.
Markets slumped for a slew of reasons, chief among them rising interest rate fears. Still, it has become the biggest global sell-off since 2016. The Dow lost 1,175 points by day's end. A big drop, but again, something market watchers saw coming.
It's very quiet in there, very orderly, no panic. So I honestly don't think there's much to panic about.
President Trump, who is often taking credit for the recent stock market rise, is also heeding that advice. A White House spokesperson released a statement saying, quote, "The president's focus is on our long-term economic fundamentals, which remain exceptionally strong." Traders say this is par for the course, and although it seems rocky again, to some it is a buying opportunity, and to those at home, it's a time to just kind of sit back, watch, and follow your plan and see what happens. Lisa?
There you go. Great advice this morning. Diane King Hall, thank you so much. You can see much more on the Stock Exchange coming up on CBS this morning starting at 7 o'clock.
Right now, 6:34, topping your morning rush. The search is on right now for two men who murdered a woman at a gas station. Happened at a Valero Food Mart. This is on Bissonnette in southwest Houston. Investigators say the woman was waiting in her car when two guys on BMX-style bicycles tried to steal the vehicle. She was shot trying to fight them off, and she later died at the hospital. We now know this morning a warning system was down and a switch was in the wrong position when an Amtrak train crashed in South Carolina, killing two people. Federal investigators are trying to figure out why that switch was flipped, sending the train onto a track where a freight train was already parked. The former president of the Jacinto City Little League is wanted this morning for stealing money. Chris Vasquez is accused of cashing a nearly $20,000 sponsored check. On the phone, he told us that police don't have the whole story, but Vasquez wouldn't say anything more than that. And SpaceX will test launch its new Falcon Heavy rocket this afternoon from Florida, and a cherry red Tesla Roadster is the payload. SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk wants to eventually send the rocket and people to Mars. And that's your morning rush. Lisa?
Thank you, Russ. A new plan would cut out the sit-in traffic that's always a part of the drive to Dallas, but it's running into fierce opposition. Brandy Smith joins us now, and Brandy, dozens of people spoke out against a plan for a bullet train connecting the two biggest cities in Texas.
Yeah, Lisa, so many, not everyone was able to get into a meeting held last night to talk about the plan. We could see the same thing in Waller and Grimes counties, where there are meetings scheduled tonight. every seat full, one person after another said they don't want a bullet train running between Dallas and Houston. Some, including a Waller County judge, call it a waste of tax dollars.
It may not run through your property, but it will absolutely run through your pocketbook.
Others predict it will destroy property values.
You know, you're going to have a train every 25 minutes, over 200 miles an hour, and it sounds like a jet plane going by.
The conversation in this Cypress School auditorium was pretty one-sided, with opponents sounding off and the Federal Railroad Administration just listening. On our Facebook page, the debate was much more lively. Steve says Texas would benefit from high-speed rail. Sure, there are costs, he says, but there are benefits for the population. Chris, though, says scrap the bullet train and build an Autobahn-type tollway. Construction's a concern for Brian, who says there's already plenty of it on 290. He says, how about we get a high-speed highway fix before we make a train to Dallas? And Roderick points out, as bad as traffic is here, we need our own high-speed train to get from north, south, east, and west in Houston. It's true, right? Kind of true. Here's a look at the proposed route from Dallas to Houston, and the Houston station would go in Northwest Mall near 610 and 290. As I mentioned, there are two meetings about this proposal tonight, one in Waller County, one in Grimes County. You can also comment online, though. We have a link to that on KHOU.com. Strong emotion,
here, you know?
I like the train idea, you know, on next to the freeways and get us going in our, you know,
Yes.
across town first.
But one of the concerns for people is that you're going to have them driving down the property values because of that loud noise, or just eminent domain taking the property for the tracks. So
You understand both sides, you know, you do. See how it all turns out.
Right now, we're going to check in on the fog. That train would cut right through that this morning. Drivers, maybe not so much, Cheetah.
No, you know what? It's really going to slow a lot of you down this morning, so try to leave some extra time if you can. Easier said than done on a Tuesday morning. Dense fog advisory continues through 10 o'clock this morning. We're also dealing with scattered showers. Let me show you on our future track what you can expect here, not only today, but also tomorrow. I'm going to walk you hour by hour. So scattered showers across the area this morning, so you'll need the windshield wipers, that umbrella, all the things that go along with the rain. This evening, rain continues. So we are going to continue with a wet weather pattern today and tomorrow over the next 48 hours, picking up possibly 1 to 2 inches of rain with both days combined. Cold front arrives tomorrow. Once that finally clears, we will have some cool air behind it. So by tomorrow afternoon, temperatures will actually be in the 50s. You'll need those jackets tomorrow. Today, you're talking near 70, so not necessary. We're starting off with that dense fog, 30% chance for scattered showers early. That picks up to a 60% chance for your lunchtime and afternoon hours. So rain actually continues to increase. Darby will have a detailed look at your weekend forecast coming up next.
All right, thank you, Cheetah. But it's a stalled vehicle that's tying up traffic 610, the East Loop southbound over the ship channel. Now we take a look at our Houston TransStar shot. You see him here in the left lane. That looks like that might be an 18-wheeler or a bus or something. But let me just show you the backup. Traffic is backed up now on 610 all the way back to the I-10 interchange. So you do the crawl. This is I-10 right here, and you can see as you come off I-10, you're just in a parking lot. It's probably going to take you 20 minutes to get through the backup. Found another accident again on I-10, the Baytown East Freeway. This one is eastbound again and outbound. Oh, they cleared it up. It was right over Normandy, so all lanes have just been reopened, but heading outbound, look for brake lights as you approach Mercury. Out to that point, inbound did cause some rubbernecking delays. That with the low visibility and the rain, it's got you 36 minutes right now to get from the Grand Parkway on in towards I-45.